Colleagues, 2012 will go down in history as a particularly difficult year for public education in New South Wales. But it will also be remembered as a year in which the public education community fought back. Despite the optimism generated in February by the findings of Gonski Federal Funding Review, a series of policy assaults on public education at the state level has led to $1.6 billion in cuts and the loss of thousands of teaching and support positions from the system. These cuts are being delivered now and into the future through permanent changes to the way schools are funded and staffed. The main vehicles for these cutbacks are the local schools' local decisions policy announced in March and the changes to special education funding through Every Student, Every School. The attack on public education by the state government is not confined to schools, with TAFE colleges throughout New South Wales, which are already working on a resource allocation model staffing budget, sacking teachers and deleting courses. A new state policy called, ironically, Smart and Skilled, is a mechanism that will see public funds diverted away from TAFE institutes and fed to private, for-profit providers. Local schools, local decisions. Every student, every school. Smart and skilled. In New South Wales, we seem to have policy by alliteration, policies that have been created in the absence of consultation with the profession, in defiance of historical evidence and with no research basis. 2012 saw the continuation of the public sector wages policy that suppresses teachers' salaries. All these policies are, at their core, deeply ideological, designed to weaken public provision. As the Premier stated at a meeting attended by the Federation on November the 22nd, his government has an ideological difference with the union. Unlike the Federation, he explained, the coalition parties will always favour the non-government sector over the government sector. But the teaching profession fought back with 2 pieces of industrial action in May and June. This was followed by hundreds of community forums being organised throughout the state, culminating in the successful Community Day of Action in November. New alliances have been formed. There is a clear resolve to keep this campaign alive for as long as it takes. Throughout 2013, the Federation will continue to work with allied organisations and community members to ensure that in every part of New South Wales and in every electorate, politicians will be held accountable. In schools, we will continue to fight any attempt to change the mix of staff where it leads to teaching positions being traded in. The profession will not tolerate a deregulated system where positions are traded into by others. We will need to work closely with other unions and community members to ensure that positions such as assistant principals and head teachers and teacher librarians, SAS staff and so on are not lost from the system. The current entitlement must be protected, and this will be at the heart of our campaign. In TAFE, we must resist attempts to introduce new classifications that are designed to allow the state government to replace qualified teachers with less qualified staff on lower salaries. Australia is in danger of losing its TAFE system. It is a critical period and all governments must now act urgently to reverse the disastrous market-based policies that, in practice, are merely a race to the bottom. I ask all members of the profession to maintain their commitment to the campaign to defend and advance public education. There are few worthier causes. No doubt we will see further attacks in 2013 by the New South Wales Government, but we are well placed as a united and resourceful profession to work with our communities so as to defend the educational opportunities of young people in this state. The Premier, at the end of the meeting mentioned earlier, when told that the campaign will continue until his policies are reversed, smirked and said, "Go your hardest." In 2013 and beyond if necessary, we intend to do just that.